running back.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this over the next few hours. All eyes are to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Today is a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Munn. Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in on a pretty roll here, winners of first rate. Meanwhile, the visiting Packers, they've been on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Las Vegas. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense down on the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Third and short yardage, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week, well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Morgan off of play action. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Morgan sets up to throw on first down. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Morgan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. The Raiders at 4-3, a game over 500. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Morgan to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Brissett. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action now. Brissett. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 6 catches, 93 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Brissett sets to throw it. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Brissett. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Brissett. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And his kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Morgan. And Jones has it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the counter, it's Stevenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of a play fake, here's Morgan. Rolling to his right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Straight ahead at Stevenson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Set to throw is Morgan. Caught by Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
Play action with Morgan. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Previous play is under review.
Loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. To throw again on second down. Morgan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Walker, given that O-line fits, he gets in there to drop him. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Morgan. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Brissett. He's going to wind up and air it out. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brissett. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. He's going to look deep down the field. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brissett. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Morgan setting up a screen for Stevenson. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Ryan Tannehill, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. A touchdown pass there for Davis Mills. Finally, let's get to the desert. Let's check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Richie James, a touchdown reception. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Morgan sets up to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Cobb to return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Brandon, you know more about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff. Stevenson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Morgan. Jones has it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. That one throws for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Morgan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Stevenson will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt, he's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 35 on 2nd down, Brissett. Complete, Smith has it. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Brissett. And the Raiders have got him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Room here to run. And he'll be out right at the 35. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Morgan off of play action. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Morgan looks to throw it. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they run with Stevenson. And he's got room. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
First down, Morgan with it. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Stevenson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ramondre Stevenson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Brissett to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brissett. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Brissett. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Brissett dancing to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They run once more with Stevenson. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is Stevenson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st. Well, that 2nd half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the 2nd half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the 2nd half, that's a surprise.
So for Las Vegas, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.